Hello, 7th graders. As you have noticed, I have not been feeling 100% the last couple days, so hopefully I am home resting or visiting the doctor to get something that makes me feel better for tomorrow. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the lab that we did yesterday so you can move on and do the post-lab questions today. I got a chance yesterday to talk to you a little bit about the purpose of why we were doing the lab. The reason we did that lab yesterday was I wanted to show you what a catalyst was, because in the coming weeks we will start introducing our catalyst questions, which will be our bell ringers at the beginning of each class period. So I want you to know what that is and why we call it that. The reason that we did the elephant toothpaste lab was because it has a good example of what a catalyst is. I got a chance to talk to some of the classes yesterday, but hopefully it's still written on the board there. A catalyst is a substance that speeds up a reaction without undergoing a change itself, meaning it doesn't go through its own reaction, it just speeds up a reaction or an existing reaction. So the catalyst itself doesn't change, but it causes another chemical change to happen. So in the experiment that we did, we used hydrogen peroxide, which has the chemical formula of H2O2. Which is on the screen there. When left in sunlight, the extra oxygen from hydrogen peroxide, so H2O2, will actually leave, which leaves behind H2O, which we all know is water. We talked kind of about it's kind of a joke, but a man walks into a bar, he orders H2O, the next guy says, "I'll take H2O2, he drinks it and dies, because if you were to drink hydrogen peroxide, you would die. So the chemical formulas are close. There's an extra oxygen on hydrogen peroxide, but they're very different chemicals. So when it's left in sunlight, the extra oxygen will leave hydrogen peroxide, which just leaves water behind. What we did was we sped up that reaction. So we took yeast, which acts as a catalyst, speeds up the reaction, and it forced the oxygen to come off in a much faster fashion, which we could actually see happening in front of us. So if we had just hydrogen peroxide and we left it on the table for a couple days and came back, it would eventually have turned into water, but that's not a very exciting experiment to watch. So what we did was we sped it up so it happened in real time. We talked about this yesterday a little bit too, how hydrogen peroxide always comes in a dark colored bottle. Most of the time it's in a brown bottle. Someone yesterday said they'd seen it in a purple bottle as well. The reason for that is if it was in a clear bottle, eventually you'd have a bottle of water. So hydrogen peroxide, again, reacts with light, loses its oxygen, becomes water. We sped that process up by adding the yeast. It causes the oxygen to come off right away. We added the soap to the mixture so that as the oxygen left, we could see it. It caused a bubble. It looked cooler for us. We added food coloring. The food coloring was added just for fun to make it look more like toothpaste. Just so you're aware, this is not something that elephants actually use as toothpaste. We just call it that because of the large amount of foam that is produced. Another thing we talked about yesterday was when you were allowed to touch the foam, a lot of you noticed that it was really warm, much warmer than you were expecting. That's because as the oxygen atom is pulled off of hydrogen peroxide, so as it's going from H2O2 to H2O, and that oxygen molecule is on its own, it actually creates a lot of heat. It's an exothermic reaction. And that's why it felt a lot warmer to us. So exothermic means that it gives off heat as it goes through the chemical change. Today you'll be answering some questions about the lab that we did. You'll also be watching some videos of some other examples of elephant toothpaste. There's an older man who's going to go through and he's going to show you with a flame proof that there is oxygen coming off of the hydrogen peroxide. And then I think it's called Bob Science. He's going to show you a much more concentrated version of the experiment, and you'll see how much more foam and how much higher it's going to go than what we saw in our lab.